Yo, hear me out. I'm gonna put this at the beginning of the video. I'm still working on the audio and all the low stuff in the background. So if anything seems off, just let me know. I know at the beginning, I think it's a little off, but just work with me. And that's all I gotta say. So just hope y'all watch the video and enjoy it. Peace out. Yo, what's going on with this time around? Today we got rappers who feel over in. So we straight into we do that. Apologize to some of y'all. I've been gone for it's a lot of stuff that's been going on. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff. So a whole bunch of different stuff. Hey, we back. Are consistently up. We're coming with y'all to the so like straight into the video.
From Mr. Disrespectful YBC Doe dissing his Opps.
Now everybody knows disrespecting people. This is a weird tough. Don't even do
Opps so bad that he got shot less than a day after the interview dropped.
Is the real disrespectful. I'm going who is I will disrespect you. That's how I'm carrying it.
To OG Man calling out his crew turned Opps so recklessly that they turned.
Oh yeah, another thing, like I say, this video I ain't never see it, but a lot of these people probably already gonna know just from everything going on.
Turned on him just months later.
Man, no big flop, man. He's a big no big flop, man. You see?
These are the rappers who got killed over interviews. We gotta start off with YBC Doe. This dude did an interview so wild that people say it got him killed less than a day after it dropped. Doe was known for going to the
now doing the interview and killed over it. It's crazy. Like a lot of people are probably already looking for him. Doing the interview is gonna make it 10 times worse.
The extreme when it came to dissing his Opps. So much so that his fans straight up called him Mr. Disrespectful. And he definitely earned that name. He wasn't just talking crazy on tracks. Back in February 2024, he even took it to a whole new level by digging up one of his Opps' graves. Yeah, he really went there.
Digging up the Opps' grave is crazy. Like, that's just OT. Now you want people to look for you.
Got no stone. Get dirt up. Hey, yo, where the at, yo?
But that wasn't even the craziest part. In May, Doe took things to a whole new level when he pulled it up on No Jumper and went off on all his Opps. No filter, no holding back, just straight disrespect. He wasn't just talking slick, he was making sure everybody knew exactly how he felt.
All Opps, K, G, 6th Street, Belmont, y'all never got back. No, 44 CB taming y'all. Look, 38th Street, is the real disrespectful. I'm who is I will disrespect you.
And let's just say that interview didn't sit right with a lot of people. And here's where it gets real messy. Just a day before he got killed, Brandon Buckingham had dropped an interview with YBC Doe, where he was straight up bragging about his beef. Doe was
Brandon Buckingham, I fuck with your content.
Out here talking reckless, saying he and his crew were really getting their Opps smoked. He even went as far as saying that almost nobody in his hood, including his enemies, was ever outside because him and his gang had the whole block shook. He wasn't just rapping about it, he was.
Stop scrolling if you've been in an accident, because everything you've been told about getting a settlement is about to change. This Harvard AI tool is making
it clear that they were out here terrorizing the streets.
He got gun butted with it. Everybody getting shot. Mom, dad, sisters, brothers. We proving a point. It ain't no more dice games. No, it ain't no block you could go on down here and people outside.
At one point, it almost sounded like he was bragging about it. But if there's one thing about the streets, is that they never forget. His Opps eventually got the drop on him, and on August 23rd, 2024, while he was sitting at a stoplight in Philly, a car pulled up and let off 5 shots, hitting him in the hand and chest before speeding off. Just like that, all that talk came back to haunt him.
We are learning new details about the investigation into the murder of a person police say is a well-known gang member. The sound coming from this surveillance video, and it shows the moments someone in a white Hyundai Santa Fe pulled alongside an SUV and opened fire.
Like this, I ain't never see that video. I knew he died, but I never seen that video. He lit up. Oh, sorry.
His friend tried to rush him to the hospital, but it was too late. Dole didn't make it. And honestly, he probably should have chilled with all the dissing, because that's exactly how a lot of his homies went out too. The streets don't play, and when you keep pushing the line, eventually it pushes back. But if you thought that was wild, we gotta talk about Julio Fulio, because a lot of people believe he's the reason Youngeen Ace got hit. And not just him, but also his brother, who didn't make it. This beef runs deep, and Fulio's name has been at the center of it all for years. The drama between Jacksonville's ATK and KTA gangs isn't just some rap rivalry. It's a full-blown war that's played out in music, on social media, and tragically, in real life. Youngeen Ace, repping ATK, and Julio Fulio, the face of KTA, have been locked in a deadly back and forth that's claimed multiple lives. It all really took off in 2017 when Fulio's cousin, Zion Brown, was killed. Then, just a year later, Youngeen Ace barely survived a hit that took out his brother and 2 close friends during what was...
That's so crazy. Like I say, you want to play the street life, you got to be on point 24/7. They out eating on their birthday, car pull up. Everybody died except for you. Gotta stay on point.
Supposed to be a birthday celebration.
I only like
Instead of letting things cool off, Fulio took things up a notch. He started mocking the dead, even putting Youngeen Ace's brother on a t-shirt. And when Who I Smoke dropped, a track that infamously name-dropped Fulio's fallen friends, he didn't hold back. He claimed some of the rappers on that song used to be his fans before they turned against him. At one point, there was even talk about possibly squashing the beef. In an interview, Fulio said they might sit down and talk things out sooner or later, even revealing that he and Youngeen Ace had spoken a couple of times.
Probably happen sooner or later. You never know what God got planned, you know? I told him
that's all it gotta be like. Oh, they probably just talked it out, got over it, made y'all money, whatever, but
not a couple times, you know? We be talking time to time, like, you know what I'm saying?
But when Ace was asked about it on Vlad TV, he denied ever meeting Fulio in person, claiming Fulio and his crew were just dissing him for clout. Later, he admitted they had exchanged messages, but wasn't open to working things out.
They rap to diss me so they can get views, so I can respond. So that's their way of like.
This is where things got twisted. When Fulio said the beef would end sooner or later, some fans believed he meant they'd eventually make peace. But others, especially those close to the situation, thought he meant something much darker. That the only way this was ending was with retaliation. And Youngeen Ace, knowing the history and the weight of Fulio's words, seemed to take it as a warning. Then came 2019, when Fulio faced his own devastating loss. His little brother Bibby was gunned down in an apartment complex shooting. But the cycle of disrespect...
And that's another thing, like, once you get to the point where people die, both sides, it really ain't working this stuff out. But they had talked about this probably before everybody died, or like, all right, let them do them, I'm gonna do me, they gonna do them. Everything would have been cool, but once people start dying, it's probably already too late for real.
Didn't stop there. ATK rapper K-Su took things even further, putting Bibby's face on his album cover and rapping about smoking Bibby. That move backfired when Jacksonville's police arrested him for Bibby's murder, making it clear that this beef wasn't just about music, it was real life with real consequences. Fulio, never one to back down, responded in the most reckless way possible. He dropped a video dancing in a graveyard, holding pictures of the 3 victims from Ace's camp and singing happy birthday. The video blew up, racking over 6 million views, solidifying what people started calling smooth drill. Deadly disses layered over upbeat tracks.
I see you. I see you. When I eat on his birthday, same shot, 3 dead in the worst way.
Fast forward to Fulio's death, and the internet couldn't ignore how Youngeen Ace reacted. He seemed a little too happy, celebrating in a way that felt almost like payback. And then came the biggest bombshell, the track Do It, where Ace seemingly alludes to having a hand in Fulio's murder. Whether it was a direct confession or just another drill rapper taking credit for something bigger than him, it only added fuel to the fire. At the end of the day, sources claim that Fulio's relentless disrespect, the mocking, the taunts, the t-shirts, the graveyard stunt was the final straw. Youngeen Ace had taken hit after hit, losing people close to him, and many believe he simply couldn't take it anymore. And now, the cycle continues with one question lingering. Was this all inevitable, or was there ever a way out? Now let's talk about Tan the God. because her situation is even crazier. She made major headlines back in 23 for allegedly killing her ex.
I have no idea who this is. Who you just say?
Crazier. She made major. Let's talk about Tan the God, because her situation is even crazier. She made major headlines back in 23 for allegedly killing her ex, and then dropping an entire project about it. Yeah, you heard that right. Tan was an up-and-coming rapper from Oakland who had been grinding in the rap scene for a minute. But in 2023, she went viral when she released a project called X-Wood Pack. Nobody really knows what
X-Wood Pack after killing her ex. It's crazy.
It actually went down. But if you listen to the lyrics, Tan made it sound like she put her ex in a pack and was smoking on him. Then she took things even further by pulling up on Kid L's podcast to talk about it. Now, she never outright said she did it, but the way she danced around the situation, let's just say she wasn't exactly denying it either.
Threatening the whole family and you know, and you know where people live. You know where my loved ones live. You gotta go.
She did it. There's no way that she didn't do it. How she talk? You know where my loved ones live, you know where I live, you know where my family, my cousin, my uncle, my granny. You threaten me, gotta go. That's basically what she's saying.
You got to go. Especially if you got the audacity to threaten them. What? You threatening my people? Everybody gonna die.
During the interview, Tan made it sound like her ex had been abusive and was even sending death threats to her family. And that's why she allegedly took him out. Kid L straight up asked her how she was still free, like if she really did it, why hadn't the cops done anything yet? Did they side with her? Did she beat the case? Or was it all just rap cap? Tan didn't give a clear answer, but the way she talked around it only made the whole situation way more suspicious.
Were you not afraid of like police or did they like side with you on it? Or, like how did you evade like any type of like consequence basically?
Well, we gonna find that out on September 23rd.
Okay.
After the Kid L interview dropped, everybody was trying to piece together what really went down. Some thought Tan was just talking crazy for clout, but then rumors started swirling that she actually killed the dude and that she was even in witness protection. Then, about a month later, Tan popped up on Off the Porch and casually announced that she beat the case. She even said that if things hadn't worked out, she would have done the race like Tay-K. At this point, people still weren't sure if she was just trolling or dead serious. But then, she pulled the most wild stunt yet. She brought a tombstone of her ex to the interview, straight up saying,
she brought a tombstone of her ex. Would they born? Would they died? It's crazy.
Saying she was smoking on him, and that's when she dropped the line that had everybody talking.
Extra childish, making families mad. And oh well, cause they ain't gonna
and then people wonder why they
smoking on that X-Wood Pack.
Oh yeah, you know it. I got to smoke on this dead motherfucker as we speak. Hold up.
But things eventually went way left for Tan the God. In July 2024, she was doing a meet and greet and performing at the grand opening of a beauty supply shop in Oakland. Everything was cool. She was chopping it up with fans here, until out of nowhere,
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store preloaded with...
A dude ran up on her and shot her right there in broad daylight. Witnesses say a guy in a hoodie walked in right after she finished talking with fans. They allegedly got into some kind of argument, and that's when he just upped the strap and started letting off shots. After the shots rang out, people heard Tan screaming, "I'm hit!" before paramedics pulled up to the scene. They rushed her to the hospital, but just a couple of hours later, she was pronounced dead. And that's when the internet went crazy. At first, nobody really knew why Tan got hit, but fans started putting two and two together, connecting the dots between her past interviews and that wild project she dropped back in 2023. It's tragic because Tan the God was finally starting to blow up in the rap game. But just like that, she was gone. And sometimes it's best to just keep quiet instead of speaking on things for clout, because that's exactly how rapper G Money.
He just said it the best. Better leave it instead of speaking on it for clout. Like, she'll probably still be here to this day, making music, probably blowing up somewhere. I don't know. I ain't never heard of her, but she's speaking on that, man. after she allegedly set him up. And now look where she at. So
Money lost his life. At one point, NBA Youngboy and G Money were tight. They came up together, had that brotherhood. But all of that changed when G Money pulled this move in a 2017 interview with Say Cheese. He said,
"Really, he mad about his sister too, though."
About his sister?
Yeah, I had a long time ago.
After that interview, G Money took these things even further. He dropped a diss track aimed straight at NBA Youngboy called Industry. And in the song, he didn't hold back at all. He got real disrespectful, saying, "Your sister swallowed nut, so I never kissed her, but I F with her, so I never dissed her." G Money was blowing up after all this, but he wasn't playing it safe. Kept throwing shots at NBA Youngboy and his crew. He was out here bragging about still recording at the same studio, still whipping the same cars, like he wasn't worried at all. But the beef got real fast, and things turned violent. One night, G Money was wrapping up a late night studio session, and just after stepping out around 1 a.m., someone was already waiting for him at the door. Shots went off, and that was it. Not long after, Youngboy even addressed it in a track called Poor One, rapping about the whole situation. He rapped,
song was about
"Remember
him?
smoking W with your little brother? Matter of fact, then I used to call you my big brother. Then you did some foul S and had S with my sister." But G Money wasn't the only TBG rapper who met a bad end after dissing someone. The same thing happened to Boulevard Quick. In 2018, after getting out of prison, Quick went all in on his music grind.
Alright, man, we're gonna cut it short right here. I'm gonna make a part 2 to this, but I'll leave it at that. Just peace to everybody. I'll stay like here. Send blessings to y'all families. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.